Ayanda.
A very good morning, and as you said, welcome to the Harry Gwala Stadium for the ANC in KwaZulu-Natal, the launch of the provincial manifesto. A very chilly morning here in Pietermaritzburg. It's certainly temperatures are low, but as you can see, regardless of the weather, people have started to flock or make their way into the stadium. If I just move just slightly, you can just see on the stands there, members of the ANC are making their way already. Many are already here. Others are slowly entering the stadium. I understand that the ANC has planned about 600 buses from this part of this region, which is the Moses Mabhida region, as well as other regions. I understand it is not going to be the entire province that is going to be here, but just this region and a few of the others who are neighboring the Moses Mabhida Stadium. It's an important day for the ANC here in KwaZulu-Natal, and as you've said, President Jacob Zuma is expected to deliver the keynote address. There'll also be an address by the provincial secretary, the provincial chairperson of the ANC, Sihle Zigalala. Today, the ANC will outline its plans ahead of the local government elections. It's been one could say, a bit of a bumpy road for the party of late, with the challenges and changes within the party. Just recently, the party axing 4 of its leaders and making changes to the executive cabinet. But probably more concerning to the ANC is the killings of political leaders as well as their members. And in fact, 4 of those taking place in Mbali, which is here in Pietermaritzburg. You know, just a couple of days ago on Tuesday, 2 ANC members were shot, one dying on the scene and later the other dying in hospital. And just a week before that, we had a chairperson of one of the ANC branches also being killed. And it was just a day before that killing that there was the killing of the chief financial officer of the Moempofana municipality just outside of Pietermaritzburg. Again, one cannot forget the Nongoma assassination of the ANC councillor there, Pegithemba Nyembe. So certainly that has been a bit of a blow for the party, particularly here in the Moses Mabhida region. But now, to tell us more about today and the party's plans and what we can expect, I am joined by the Deputy Secretary of the party, Mlule Ndobe. Mr. Ndobe, very good morning to you, and thank you very much for joining us.
Good morning, Ayanda, and good morning to your viewers, and thank you for hosting me.
Let's just firstly say it was hashtag fill up the stadium. I know that as party leaders you have been going around. Obviously the election program has started, or the campaigning has already started in essence, even before our manifesto today, trying to get support. Already people are coming in, and you're hopeful we'll be able to fill up the stadium.
We can confirm that there is a lot of excitement and enthusiasm amongst the people of KwaZulu-Natal. In fact, a number of communities were asking us, why did we choose Harry Gwala as opposed to Moses Mabhida? And our answer is very simple. We've had a number of events in Moses Mabhida Stadium, and we are still hoping to have our Siyanqoba rally in Moses Mabhida Stadium. We wanted to have presence of the ANC across the province of KwaZulu-Natal.
Just now, moving forward, as I said in my intro, that it's been of a difficult couple of weeks for the party. Let me first start with the changes. You have recently asked 4 senior leaders of the party in the province, and you've said that with that, you've spoken to them. How are the relations, and has that had any impact within the party and its support base?
Not necessarily in terms of the impact within the party. We must indicate that it is the prerogative of the African National Congress to deploy and to redeploy its cadres. And right now, we want to assure the people of KwaZulu-Natal that there is stability and harmony, and we'll continue with all the programs that we are implementing at the level of the provincial government. We want to congratulate the new MECs that have been appointed and its cadres that are tested and tried in the organization. They have been community workers at various levels. They have been members of the legislature for a long time. So they have a lot of experience to continue with the work of the ANC.
You've also in the new executive cabinet appointed the secretary of the SACP, Babuthemba Mthembu. I know he took some time as the SACP was deliberating over his appointment, and there were reports of issues between the SACP and the ANC in Janga's, one area that I know as leaders you've been working. What is the relationship now, and how are the relations between yourselves and the SACP?
We have good relations with all our alliance partners in the province. Of course, our organizations will always have issues as we continue to do our work in advancing transformation in our province and in the country. But we have deployed Comrade Themba Mthembu as an MEC because he is a member and a leader of the ANC in his own right. The delays that we saw after the appointment or the announcement were mainly because they wanted to consult in the party, in the SACP, because he is also a leader of the South African Communist Party in the province. So we respected that as the province, and we had a very good bilateral meeting with the South African Communist Party. But emanating from that bilateral, we have agreed that we may still need to have a number of other meetings to strengthen unity and cohesion within the alliance.
The lists, I know that you have said that the process went smoothly. All the branches were met with, and you've had discussions with all the branches before submitting your candidates for the upcoming local government elections. But just the past week, there were those tensions, protests in some areas, people saying that they were not part, or the processes were flawed.
Ayanda, we must appreciate the fact that in South Africa, the ANC is the only organization that is truly democratic and transparent in electing or selecting its cadres to be deployed in government. We start by BGMs internally in the ANC, and we take nominees to a community meeting. Then we follow all other processes in the party, as opposed to other organizations in South Africa, where they will just request their CVs from members, or the leader will appoint members who will represent their parties. But the ANC is truly democratic. So through our internal processes, you will generate a number of tensions, of which it is natural in this process. But right now, we are confident that we are resolving all the issues in the province.
All right. Mluleki Ndobe, thank you very much for your time. That was the Deputy Secretary of the ANC, Mluleki Ndobe. As I've said, people starting to come into the Harry Gwala Stadium, but we will be updating you as the day progresses, and we'll be coming back to you from the Harry Gwala Stadium. That's where we leave things off now, and it's back to the studio.
Well, thank you very much, Ayanda. That, of course, is our reporter there in Pietermaritzburg at the stadium. We will be crossing